And today, 6 News is hosting a day-long effort to raise money for UNICEF to help children and refugees suffering from the war in Ukraine. Since the conflict started, more than 2 million children have been forced to flee and more than 2.5 million have been displaced in the country. I spoke with the UNICEF spokesperson who just got back from Ukraine, and he described how the situation is impacting families there.
When I'm at a hospital, as I was very recently, and you see those supplies being shared and you see those supplies being used, and maybe it was the little girl I met who was 14 who had been shot, and you see the support she's getting, that, you know, those supplies on those trucks that go into the country and then we take them, UNICEF takes them around the country, those supplies are bought on the back of generosity of donors. So, you know, mums and dads and anyone who can, whether it's a corporation or whether it's a, you know, a grandparent or, as I say, a mother or father, any of that support, it's life-changing for those people who, as I say, 6 weeks ago were getting by just fine, but once a war ravages your country, you just do need that leg up from anyone and anywhere.
And you'd mentioned the hospital supplies, about how these donations will use, that money will help a lot of people in the hospital setting, but are there any other ways the money's being used? Yeah,
there's lots. Look, unfortunately, water infrastructure has been hit, bombed quite frequently, and as we know, I mean, water's everything. Everyone is so used to turning on a tap, but if your water tanks and your water pipelines get destroyed, then you have no access to water. And we've got many families who are trapped in those environments and often under bombardment, and you can't leave. You can't try to get to a neighbour's or even go to a river if that was going to be the case. So UNICEF takes generators to areas to pump water. We take from the biggest generators to the smallest water purification tablets, because that's about clean water. It's about medical supplies, it's about essential drugs. It's increasingly about nutrition, because these families often, we're talking about a month, 5 weeks now, of families being trapped in areas where the basics like food are not getting to them. Things were warming up, though when I left last week it was starting to snow again. So from that biggest picture of, like, you know, literally resuscitation, oxygen tanks, to blankets, UNICEF support is sort of covering all those bases.
And if you would like to help raise money for UNICEF, just point your cell phone camera at the symbol on your screen right now. This will take you straight to UNICEF's website so you can donate. You can also find a link to it on our website at WLNS.com/HereForUkraine.